Now, to be fair, I'm going to be honest with my subscribers, followers. To be honest, I missed the opening part of the race. I missed it. I'm not going to come out and pretend to you that I watched it all, because I never. I was tired. I missed the beginning. I was sleeping. Had a hard week this week, grinding, and it caught up with me, and I missed the beginning, the opening of the race. But because I've got the Sky, I rewinded it, and I caught a bit of it at the beginning. Just a glimpse. But when I did finally surface from my pit, finally, I saw Lewis Hamilton towards the back of the pack. And the first thing that entered my head is, I thought, what the fuck is going on? Was Lewis Hamilton late for the race? Was he taking a shit in the toilet? I don't know. Did he have diarrhea? I don't know. But he was near the back. Near the back. So, I thought either he had a horrible start or someone hit him. And when I found out what happened, I thought, there you go. I knew it was one or two things. Either someone hit him or he had an horrendous start. And it was Magnussen, Kevin Magnussen, Mr. Magnum himself, Magnum PI, that hit him. He said on the radio that Lewis Hamilton knew exactly what he was doing. Really? So Lewis Hamilton decided to hit you, Kevin Magnussen, because that's really going to benefit his race. He's already hemorrhaging points to his teammate. And really, he wants to hit you so he can get a puncher to his car. But you got a second chance in Formula One, which I'm glad you did. I am glad. I'm a Kevin Magnussen fan. It was nice. It was nice to see his family and everything. It was good. But let's face it, Kevin Magnussen, you're in a horse. You are in a horse. Relax your body. You're in a horse. And there's no way you was going to take Lewis Hamilton on that bend. No chance. So really, it was your fault. You went onto the gravel because it was your fault. There was no way two cars were fitting in that bend. No way. And this is what happened. You went into Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton got a puncher. It's very simple. Puncher. Now, at one time, Lewis Hamilton was 30 seconds behind last. He was 30 seconds behind. He was last. He went into the pits. Obviously, he changed his tyres. And when he came out the pits, at one time, he was 30 seconds behind the rest of the pack. 30 seconds, no man's land. That was quote off Lewis Hamilton. No man's land. Now, at this point, I was thinking to myself, you know what? You might as well just come into the pits, retire your car, because that's what he was saying. That's what Lewis Hamilton was saying. Lewis Hamilton was saying at one point, you know what? I want to just end this. Let's just end the race. It's not going to happen. It's over. Bono said no. Gave him encouragement to say, look, you can get back into this. You can get back into this race. Lewis Hamilton continued on his journey to try and get back into the top 10. Bono said top 8 is the most you can achieve. Top 8. Now, at this point, when Bono said top 8, I go, you'll be lucky if you get in the top 10. That's what I thought. I thought he was a bit ambitious, Bono, when he says top 8. And I think Lewis Hamilton at the time was thinking Mercedes was a bit ambitious. And that was at the beginning. This is not going to be a full review, by the way, guys, because I missed the race. I got no notes, and I'm just going off what I saw, the highlights. Just being honest. Now, Lewis must have been thinking.
It's an interesting tactic, just to keep pole position. You just don't need to do the lap.
Very interesting. At this time, and you know for a fact you got the keyboard warriors online. The haters saying Lewis is not going to get anywhere. Lewis Hamilton is not faster than Russell. Lewis Hamilton should retire. These are the same Red Bull geeks. Red Bull geeks. These guys have been watching Formula One for 1 year at the most. 1 year. All they love is Max Verstappen. That's all they know, Max Verstappen. They know nothing about the rules. They know nothing about Parc Fermé rules. They know nothing about black flags. They don't know about nothing about Formula One. All they know is about the fake champion, Max Verstappen. And I don't care if you come on my comment section and you start saying to me, oh, come on, get over it, Solo. No. No, no, no. Never going to change. That guy should not be walking around with a number one in his car. It's an embarrassment to the sport. An embarrassment. Very simple. And if you've got an opinion, if you've got a comment, go make your own channel. Make yourself heard. Forget typing in the comment section. Make your own channel. If you've got the nuts to do. Because a lot of these people online with the fake and troll accounts, with numbers at the numbers they got like John Smith, 101 007, 101 007. These are the geeks that ain't got the balls to come out and make their own channel, their own podcast, and make their opinion noted. They've got to go online and try and troll people. And I guarantee them they're either 8 years of age or 50 years of age. They're in that age bracket, guaranteed. They're impotent. They've got the missus on the sofa dried up, impotent, so they're going to go online and go on Pornhub.com and start jerking off. And then they come on my Twitter and start going, tap, 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 tap. They're the ones, the trolls. Charles Leclerc. You can hear it now. Max Verstappen had 2 DNFs. Max Verstappen had 2 DNFs. So Charles having a DNF, it's fair. The same ones that used to say, oh, what about Lewis Hamilton at Silverstone? The same Red Bull geeks. But you know what? Charles is still good. Charles was in commanding lead of that race. Commanding lead. And his engine went. I thought to myself when I was watching this, I was going, because I was rooting for Charles. I wanted Charles to win I want Charles to win the Grand Prix. I want Charles to win the championship. Charles is my pick to win the championship. I think this guy deserves it. I think this guy's coming to Formula One with the best intentions. You can see he's a nice guy. Letting people in his apartment to play sim in Monaco. This guy just comes across a nice guy. Not like fucking jerk off Max Verstappen. He definitely doesn't come across a nice guy. And he gets that from his stupid dad. And why is Formula One showing this geezer on my TV? Yosh, Verstappen. Why is Formula One showing this geek on my TV? Giving him a platform. Get him off my TV. Don't want to see him again. But all I'm saying is, look, at the end of the day, Charles Leclerc got a DNF. I understand. He lost a lot of points today. He's still second at the end of the day. He's 6 points behind Max Verstappen. He threw away a lot of points. 4 races ago, he was 46 points in front of Max Verstappen. Now he's 6 points behind Max Verstappen. I think it's 6 points. It's either 4 or 6 points behind Max Verstappen. But it's still on. Still on for me. Again, think you're making mistakes. Onto Carlos Sainz. Making mistakes. again. This guy has to play the second role. He has to play the second role to Charles Leclerc now. I don't think Sainz is going to win the championship. I'm putting that out there. I know it's going to upset a lot of Sainz fans. And by the way, the majority of Sainz fans are Max fans. You work that out. The reason why they want Sainz to win, because it takes points off Charles Leclerc so Max Verstappen can go through. That's the only reason why they like Sainz. I guaranteed the only person that they wouldn't root for if they was in that position is Lewis Hamilton, being obvious. Anyone else, if it was Magnussen and he was in Sainz position, they would be rooting for Magnussen just to help out Max Verstappen. As I see, Charles Leclerc for me is still the favourite to win the title. All right, he got a DNF today. The next race is going to be Monaco. He's in his home country. I know in the past he's made a lot of mistakes at Monaco, but I think this year, I think he's going to be ready. This is the race where he was ready to win. This is the race that when they was getting their car set up for the season, and this is the race that would stood out for him, because he is a Monegascan. He's from Monaco. This is the race where he wants to win, and simple as. And I still think he's going to win the race. That's what I think. I think he's going to win the race. But that's it, man. At the end of the day, you got the winner, Max Verstappen. Second, Perez. Now, before I get to the end, before I finish here now, I do not care what anybody says. Perez should have won this race today. Perez was faster than Max Verstappen. Very simple. They compromised Perez for Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen could not pass George Russell today. It could not happen. He tried and tried and tried, and he failed. He went past George Russell because his fucking DRS wasn't opening, because the stupid idiot kept pressing his button about 50 times. So he kept opening and shutting and opening and shutting. I told you, Max fans. I told you, Dutch fans, he's very uneducated. Not very good at following his instructions, Max Verstappen. Kept pressing his button, dun, 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 dun. DRS, open, shut, open, shut, open, shut, open, shut. Like the fucking Mercedes car pulpiting a couple of weeks ago. That was Max Verstappen's car, him pressing the button. He told him he stopped pressing the button, he kept pressing the button, kept pressing the button, kept open and shut. But basically, he came past Russell. He went past Russell, then Russell goes, I ain't having that. Went right him and passed him again. Very simple. Because I know if George Russell was in the same car that Max Verstappen was in, George Russell would have won this race today. Standard procedure. Standard, and you could see it today. How George Russell just went by, he made Max pass him, and then he caught him around the other end. Very simple. Very hard to take over on that bend as well. Very hard. Similar to the part where Max Verstappen and Hamilton crashed just before that part. He went round Max, George Russell. So basically, Max passed him, and then George Russell got him round on the other side. Very simple. That was a very good pass for George Russell. That was amazing. Hats off to George Russell. Yeah, but for me, Perez got screwed. He should have won the race. Perez come out on the radio and says, I'm not happy, but okay. He was not happy. He was pissed off because they knew they wanted, all they care at Red Bull is about Max Verstappen, and that's it. He's Valtteri Bottas. He is Rubens Barrichello Perez. He has to learn to accept it. Anybody comes in that Red Bull team, Max Verstappen is going to be number one. But you won't hear that on the internet. You won't hear it. Everyone's going to be quiet apart from the Mercedes fans. Because at the end of the day, when Lewis was at Mercedes and they was doing the favours for, and Bottas was doing the favours for Lewis, you had all the hate towards Lewis about Bottas moving over for Lewis. But now Perez is doing it. You're not hearing nothing online. That's the F1 community. Fake, fake, fake. One rule for them, one rule for us. That's the way it is. Bullshit. So that's the end of the review, man. You got the race with Max Verstappen. It should have been Perez. Perez second and George Russell third with a podium. But right towards then, Hamilton could have got fourth. He got fifth, but he could have got fourth. But Bono came on the radio and said to him, look, you need to ease off the accelerator, coast into the corners and with George Russell and because there's a possible DNF. So what they was doing, they was lifting and coasting, and right at the end, Lewis was in 4th place, and I think he passed him, Sainz passed him, because obviously Lewis had to slow down. It was only 1 lap to go as well. So that's it, man. You got Lewis Hamilton got driver of the day. First time since last year at Silverstone that he got driver of the day. I was thinking he still ain't going to get driver of the day because it's in Spain. Anywhere in Europe, he ain't going to get no driver of the day, for the obvious. The only one he's going to get, the only place he's going to get a driver of the day is Silverstone because it's in his home country. Maybe America as well. Apart from that, anywhere in Europe, anywhere in Arab land, he ain't getting it, for the obvious. But that's the end of the review, man. Lewis Hamilton driver of the day. Fastest lap, Perez. Perez should have won the race. Max Verstappen the winner. He's on top of the table now. 6 points behind Charles Leclerc. Monaco next week. We'll see what's going to happen. So this is Solo P1. Thank you very much, guys. See you next week in Monaco. Bye.